In response to Chuck Schumer's rant with all his Democrat followers, I decided to make my own rant. I call this the Independent Taxpayer Rant. I want a rebate, I want a rebate, I want a rebate from all the taxes I paid to the government who wasted all those billions of dollars year after year since 1961. Chuck, I want a rebate, and I'm calling my so-called representatives Monday, like I always call, and make reports and send them letters like everybody should be doing, which turns out to be useless, but at least I do it. And I'm going to demand a rebate. And everybody else should demand a rebate too. 535 members of Congress approved $44 billion for Usaid that went unchecked. Nobody in that government went and checked where that money was going. And the people that was distributing that money to these organizations should be brought up on embezzlement charges. Because the way I look at this, they were funding personal organizations that they believed in, not anything that had to do with the for the United States taxpayers and the American citizens. It was what they believed, what they wanted. They were literally trying to turn this entire world into this great big DEI transgender lunatic universe. I mean, if you just look at some of the places where this money went and what the causes were for, there's some billionaires that are behind this that should be flushed out. These people should be flushed out because there's got to be either some gay billionaires or transgender billionaires or somebody that's been pushing this. Because we know that almighty dollar means so much to this government. And that's another thing. They need to get that money out of this government, out of these elections. They've passed these off like Mark Zuckerberg, $400 million, and all these millionaires and billionaires being able to give hundreds of millions of dollars as this is fair. It's fair. You and I can't. You can't donate that. You're limited to what you can donate. They're not. Oh, they give it to a super PAC, so they're not giving it to one candidate, but they're giving it to one party. I just don't understand the American people. And then, knowing all this stuff that's coming out, how many people are still standing alongside the Democrats is amazing to me. Like people in the minority communities. There's a lot of people waking up, but come on, man. Look where your money was going. Look how much more they could have done for you. And your neighborhoods. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. I'm not going to stop. Okay? I got plenty more in me, trust me, I got plenty more. There's a lot more to talk about. I should have done this a long time ago, but I'm not doing this for money, by the way. And I'm not going to ask you to subscribe and all that stuff. You know, if you want to like it, that's fine. But I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for no donations. You know, I'm not into this for money. I'm into this because I paid taxes my entire life since the age of 16. And to find out that this money is being spent like this, even though I knew there was waste in the government, I didn't know it was to this extent. I don't think anybody else did either. But now that it's out, there should be a wake-up call for everybody. It's amazing. I mean, where was the oversight committee? They have oversight committees for everything underneath the sun. You see them on there in their kangaroo courts. You know, their little clown acts that they put on, and they bring all these people in, and it's like, well, I'm not going to testify today because my lawyer advised me to take the fifth. And it's like, oh, I'm not going to answer that question. I'm taking the fifth. I mean, you see some of these things, it sickens me to the point I turn them off. I always thought that going in front of the United States Congress would be one of the most intimidating, scaring things that would ever happen. That's a clown show. I mean, for lack of a better response, that's what it is. They don't do nothing. They fund everything. They claim to be against wars. They claim to be against this. They claim to be against that. And then they turn around and they may not get as much funding as they asked for, whoever's asking for it, but they fund it. And then they tell all the constituents, well, you know, we don't like funding wars, but, you know, we had to for this reason, that reason. The same reason they say Mark Zuckerberg can go donate $400 million, okay, because he's a billionaire. They say that's fair. I guarantee you, you take that money out of these elections, okay, and just make it a fair election, because it's never been fair. There's nothing fair about it. You're not going to tell me that organizations and corporations and billionaires can donate as much money as they want to. And then you and I, if we happen to have a little bit of money, we're limited. Although I don't donate nothing. I've never donated a single penny to none of them. They're lucky to get my vote. They get enough money. They got this country believing it takes $1 billion or more to get a president elected. Another one of their friggin' lies. Where's all that money go? Hey, where'd the Kamala Harris money go to? Anyway, anybody find that out? I know where someone went to. A cardboard set called Call Her Daddy. Even the woman that owns that site said that. She said it was cardboard. They built the Democrat commission or whatever, whoever pays for this, they $100,000. Unchecked. Unreal. There should be some prosecutions, and they should start with the United States government. The people that are in that government that claim they did not know anything about what was going on and how that money was being spent. Because that is a lie. That is a lie. There may be a few people in there that knew what was going on, but nobody pushed the issue enough to basically bring it out. Unreal. Oh, I'll be back. Trust me.